this year you can say we've probably put all the pieces of the jigsaw together. Aviation, earth moving, stationary engines, livestock, mules, oxen, big variety of steam engines, and now in two leagues, the big league and the little league. So I would have difficulty imagining what else we could do. So this is really a nice event because we've got the little village of Sandstone, which we like to think of as a little village. And in and out of that village are the cars, the old bakkies, the trains that would have been in and out of a little dorp in this country 75, 80 years ago. So that's the feeling I've got. Sort of like a work of art that's now complete.
I've actually had yellow metal fever my whole life, so I'm crazy about earth moving equipment and tractors. So I've kind of never outgrown it, and so I've come up to see the tractor collections. I'm hoping to see the earth moving in action. That would be my real treat. And otherwise I just love anything that's kind of got the grunt and grind and the smell of a diesel engine, so like the locomotives and possibly also the steam truck that I've seen on the website. I'm very keen to see. My father's living back in Wales, having spent some time here, and he's a very keen steam train interest and photographer. So I've come up this year to have a scout and to see what it's like. That hopefully I can send him some amazing pics back that I'll tempt him to come out and do the next Stars with me, and bring my son with as well the next time.
The military has been invited over 2 decades ago to come and showcase some of the machines that we operate and what we have, and we're very fortunate and we're happy to come down from Bloemfontein and participate in the Sandstone. From a military perspective, it's important that we remember as an organization and look after our vehicles that we had. With these vehicles, specifically in the armor, we trace our heritage back to the cavalry. Now, a cavalryman would never abandon his horse, and very similar sentiments exist between a modern cavalry officer and the machines and the horses behind you. We appreciate the mechanical, the engineering, the amount of work that went into develop these specific vehicles and machines, and we like to preserve them as best we can for future generations to enjoy as much as we enjoy them today.
The future of what we do is a long future. We're talking, I mean, many of these items are 100 years old, and we say that something turns 100 years old every week at Sandstone, and there's no reason why they can't become 200 years old. It's got depth, and as long as it's managed by reasonably intelligent people, it can only develop and grow. I mean, I'm not even that enthusiastic about it growing further because I think it's the right size. If I put up another 20 sheds and fill them with stuff, I think that you could start to change the mood. I like it as it is, and I have no doubt that my kids agree with me on that.
Yes, vir elke smaak is hier iets, van die kleinste tot die grootste. Stoom. Hier is gereedskap wat as 'n 70-jarige, oor die 70 jaar goed mee in my weermag daar mee te doen gekry het. Dit is meer as 50 jaar gelede. En so is hier van oud tot jonk is hier goed wat vir hulle interesseer. En die word baie moeite gedoen om hulle tevrede te stel. Die Land Rover wat aan die polisie behoort het. Lyk vir my, hy het nog net 'n paar generaals rondgekarwei, maar hy is in 'n puiktoestand. Heel wat trekkers, omdat ons in die trekkerbedryf is baie engines, maar hy is baie goed. Die herinneringe kan ons alles saamvat.
Right now, with the end of the war, experiencing 15 years of peace, we are really, improving in terms of developing agriculture, in terms of, being self-sustained, in terms of feeding, our people, and also start, organizing commercial farms, having those Angolan locomotives restored here in South Africa is a very good history and a very good example of how we can improve and continue to be together.
The Angolan ambassador's visit indicates a very strong political and diplomatic relationship with a neighboring country. So we aren't really a South African preservation organization. We're much broader. We're a Southern African, Mozambique, Angola. I've even got items from Uganda. So it kind of reinforces the fact that we're SADC, really. It recognizes that we are the past and the children are the future. So we've built them a railway that they can relate to. Those little kiddies riding with me, loved every minute of it. Put them on the big railway, chances are they don't fully understand what they're doing. So that's significant. And finally, the pure historical achievement of this NGG 11, which was saved under great difficulties. I mean, literally we had a fight to get it out of the hands of thieves. And we've restored it. And this is, I think, important. This puts South Africa high up on the map globally as people who, I mean, a lot of these British guys said we couldn't have tackled that restoration. It was too difficult. And it's a very good indication of the gees and the toughness and the determination of South African workers, the fitters who put that together. And, you know, the fact that they looked at it and said, yeah, I know it's impossible, we're going to do it anyway.
I have a special interest, one small locomotive from World War I, which is running here, because I'm interested in this locomotive. I have written a book about these in Germany, and therefore I'm very happy to take a photo here from this machine.
I noticed there was a trend towards family groups, Opa, Oma, and the reason was that Opa remembers this stuff when he was a child, and he wants his kids to experience it. So we're becoming much more of a venue for family groups, where they can all get together from Cape Town, Durban, Joburg, and meet in a lovely environment, get looked after, but Opa can take them and say, you see that thing? I used to own one of those. And I guess what's good about that, it makes it very educational. We've made a big transition from a preservationist's paradise to a much more broadly based educational environment, really.
60s was sold to Rustenburg Platinum Mines, where it went out of service in around about 1970.